Today I'm going to be talking about how the overuse of social media can lead to a behavioral addiction. Social media is a big thing in today's society and most of us do have it, so it is good to be aware of how to limit your time on social media and how it can actually become a behavioral addiction. So I'm first going to talk about what a behavioral addiction actually is and how it's different from a physical addiction, and then I'm going to talk about what leads to being addicted to social media, and then I'm going to talk about what are some ways to stay off social media. So what is a behavioral addiction? According to Mission Harbor Behavioral Health, a behavioral addiction is a behavior that a person depends on and they actually crave that actual action that they do. A physical addiction is going to be where someone is actually addicted to an actual substance, rather than a behavioral addiction is, like I said, how they're addicted to a set of actions. So a behavioral addiction can actually give someone a calming feeling and even a euphoria. So an example of a behavioral addiction is, of course, social media, but also the act of gambling. A lot of people become addicted to the action of gambling. So all in all, there are two types of addiction, one behavioral and one physical, where the physical, they're addicted to the actual substance, and behavioral, they're addicted to the action that they do. So why do we become addicted to social media? According to the Addiction Center, a lot of the addiction is contributed to the dopamine-inducing social environment that social media sites have. Sites like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, even Snapchat. These apps can give the user the same neural circuitry that is caused by gambling or even recreational drugs. Another reason why people do become addicted to social media is because of the social validation it gives. These social validations are going to be likes, favorites, any shares, retweets. With all these apps, it gives an individual some validation that people are liking their stuff, favoriting their stuff. Another reason why people do become addicted is the fear of missing out. So with this one is that people are constantly on social media because they feel like they're never going to miss out on anything that is happening. So this just gives them a better feeling of being on social media all the time, just knowing that they're never missing out on any of their anything that their friends are doing or anything that their loved ones are doing. So there are a number of things that contribute to someone being addicted to social media. The big one is going to be the dopamine-inducing environment that it produces, and then social validation, and then also the fear of missing out. There are many other reasons why people do become addicted. These are just the main contributors. So how to use social media less? The big thing is going to be just turning off your notifications altogether for any social media sites that you have altogether. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, just knowing that you're not getting any type of notification from these apps kind of makes you less eager to check them. So you kind of just check them on your own time, that you're not just checking them, oh, like you got a notification, let me check it. You're just checking them when you have your free time. Another way to get off social media is going to be getting a hobby. So you just have less free time to just be scrolling through any type of apps because you're going to be occupying yourself with something else. So getting a hobby can really decrease your time on social media. Another way to stop using social media so much is going to be tracking the time that you actually spend on each app. Once you're able to visually see how much time you spend on these apps, you're going to realize that it's a lot of time. So it's going to help make you more aware of that. You need to stay off these apps so much. So there are multiple ways that social media can be used less. You could also just delete the app altogether and just try to go without it. But these are big ways of how to just kind of, if a person wants to decrease their time and not just delete it altogether. So turning off the notifications, getting a hobby, and tracking the time spent on social media. So people can actually become addicted to social media. Many people are addicted to social media. Many things lead to this, like how I said before, the dopamine-inducing environments, the self-validation, and then also the knowing that you're not missing out on anything. Most of us use social media every day in our lives, which is why it's good to be aware that this can actually become a behavioral addiction. So just knowing that you're not supposed to be using social media as much. it's good to use in your free time and just kind of connect with friends and loved ones, but just try not to consume yourself within social media, because once you start to consume yourself within social media, that's when it might be a problem and lead to a behavioral addiction. Thank you.